Got Yarn. Well, I finally made my fluffy butt chicken. I promised I would do it. It's not the best tutorial, but it's not your traditional tutorial. It's She's Got Yarn style. But anyways, I'm going to call it the fluffy butt chicken. If there's one already called that, we'll call it Nancy's fluffy butt chicken. I doubt there's another Nancy's fluffy butt chicken out there. But I did my best. I hope you enjoy it. I finally finished her. There's a few boo-boos in the tutorial, but my camera turned off, and so to show you how to do the eyes and the mouth, I had to add another set of eyes here and another mouth because the camera was off when I did this, and I wasn't removing it. I'd ruin it probably. So, but I think I did okay. It's a weird tutorial, but it's all me. Alright, I hope you enjoy. This is, I'm going to call it Fluffy Butt Chicken. And if there's another Fluffy Butt out there, we'll call it Nancy's Fluffy Butt Chicken. Enjoy, y'all. Good morning, everyone. It's Nancy with She's Got Yarn. Today I'm going to show you guys how I made my hen with the fluffy feathered tail. So the material that I'm using will be Burnett. This is a cream in the tweed. It's got tan speckles in it. There is another Burnett. It's the dark brown tweed. Then I'm using yellow for the beak. You can get black for the eyes, or you can use safety eyes. It's whatever you want. You could use any kind of yarn. I mean, you can use the Posh, you can use plush yarn, you can use any of the Parfait. It's all up to you. So the material that you will need, well, you'll need a stitch marker or two. Some people like to mark, because we're going to be working in the round, like to mark the beginning and the end. It's up to the individual. I'm pretty new at Amy, so I might use two. And if I can find it, yep, I've got 2 stitch markers. The hook size that I'm using is a 7. Normally I use a size 8, which is a pink clover. This is the yellow clover. It is a size 7. I have a pen to write notes. You probably don't need to know that. And then a pair of scissors and a darning needle. This is a little big. I gotta find the smaller one, but here's my scissors. This is the material, I believe, all that you need. And actually, I'm gonna use these scissors. I like these scissors better. And I'm working from my lap in my camper, so bear with me here. Alright, so this is what you'll need along with your yarn. Now, again, I have this for the fantail, this for the body. It's all Burnett. For the eyes or safety eyes, I gotta find the safety eyes if I use them. Yellow for the beak. You can use any kind of plushy yarn. That's all your material. Alright, we're gonna make a magic circle. I don't know why, but my camera's kicking off. You're gonna yarn over your index finger and middle finger. Hold your yarn with your thumb and ring finger. Index finger, you're gonna go around the 2, cross over, and then bring it up and pinch, hold on to it there. You're going to want to go underneath, grab that other yarn, pull through, twist. See, you're going to twist, and then you're going to grab this yarn right here and pull through, which is this little loose piece of yarn. You're going to pull it out, adjust your yarn, nice. Alright, so now you're going to do 6 single crochets in this circle, and you're going to want to have your loose yarn there. You're going to want to kind of work it in with it, work around it. So 1 single crochet, you're going to do 6, 2, 3, 4, that's kind of loose there, 5, 6. Alright. I'm not crazy about how loose that is. I'll fix it. I'll sew it later. Alright, so now we want to pull the yarn tight in that first single crochet. You're going to do the second row. Okay, so this is row 1. You got 6 single crochets. In the next row, we're going to do 2 single crochets in the next 6 stitches. Okay, so I'm going to mark the stitches this time. So 1, 1, and then we're going to go in that same stitch, 2, and then 2 in the next. It's 4 stitches, 2 in the next, 1, that's 6, 2 in the next, that's 8, 2 in the next, would be 10. So, and then 2 in the next would be 12. And I'm going to put a stitch marker in the last stitch. Because I'm new at Amy's, that's what I do. The beginning and the end. Okay. Alright, so now this is row 3. You're going to do single crochet increase, alternating single crochet increase, which is single crochet is 1 single crochet, and then the next stitch is an increase, so that would be 2 single crochets. Okay, in the next stitch, 1 single crochet, and then 2 single crochets. 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, 1, 2 single crochets. Single crochet, 2 single crochet. So you should have 18 stitches. So now that we have 18 stitches, we're going to start round 4, and we're going to do another increase, but we're going to do 1 single crochet, you're going to do 2 single crochets, and then you're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches, so 2, and then you're going to do an increase. So 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, and then an increase. So you're gonna work 2 single crochets, 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then 2 in the 3rd stitch. And I'll meet you back around here. So we have should have 24 stitches. We're going to do another row of increases, row number 5. We're going to do 3 single crochets, or do a single crochet in the next 3 stitches, and then an increase, and then we're going to continue that all the way around, and I'll show you the first couple, and then I'll meet you just before the end. You should have, I believe, 30 stitches at the end. Fix the stitch markers. So here's the first stitch. So it's 1. We're going to do 3 single crochets. So 1 in the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3. Increase. We're going to do that all the way around. I'll meet you back at the end. In the last stitch, we're going to do an increase. 29, 30. So yes, you should have 30 stitches. You might want to check your work. Now, when we stuff this chicken, this should flatten out. I've been told if you use less stitches, it won't come to a point. Maybe we could use 4, start out with 4, and then do increases. I'm not sure, but this seems to work out. All right, so now we're on row 6, and we're going to do 4 single crochets and an increase. So a single crochet in the next 4 stitches, and then an increase, and that should give you 36 stitches if my count is correct. So let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, increase. And I'll meet you, keep doing that, and I'll meet you around just before the end. So we're at 34, then increase, 35, 36. Okay, so if you lay this down, it pretty much goes flat. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do 1 round of single crochet, and we should have 36 stitches. So here we go. 1, and if you want however big you want your bird is however big you make the bottom. So you can continue to do increases. You can do 5 single crochet increase, and 6 single crochet increase. You can make it big, real big. I might go a couple more increases, but right now I'm just going to do 1 single crochet in every stitch around. Whoops. 2, 3, 36. Okay, so at least our number's good. So this is the inside of the bird, and this is the outside. I think it looks pretty good. Alright, so I'm going to do another increase. So round 7 was just single crochet around. And you have 36 stitches. Alright. There's nothing formal about this, you guys. You know me. So row 8, we're going to do another increase. So we're going to do 5 single crochet in the next 5 stitches and then an increase. Okay, so let's start with 1, this first stitch is kind of loose. Do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to do an increase. So, what was that? Bear with me a second, y'all. So we should end up with 42 stitches. Alright, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, increase. If I'm going too fast, you've got a gear, you can slow me down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, increase. 1, 2, oops. 3, 4, 5, increase. I have that in the wrong hole, I guess. I might be off a stitch. So I'm going to do one more round. I'm going to do 6 single crochets in the next 6 and then increase. And then I'm going to count my stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, increase. If your numbers are off a little bit, it's not a big deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, increase. You know, just a couple stitches, not a bunch. You know, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, increase. We're getting there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, increase. Alright, let me mark that last stitch for sure. Okay. So now, instead of growing it around, you can go even more increases, okay? Do as many as you want. But this is as wide as I'm going to make it, okay? So I did 6, let's see, row 9, it's 6 single crochets and then an increase. And I should have had 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 48 stitches. 48. Let me count. Maybe I'm not off. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. I'm perfect. Yay! 48. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the height of the turkey, of the chicken. So since we got the width, now we're going to go up. And you can make your chicken tall, you can make it short. But once I get it to the height that I want it, then I'm going to fold this, sew it closed. I'll share with you how it works. But so I'm going to try probably at least 4 more rows of single crochet, 48. You should have 48 stitches. If you're off 1 or 2 stitches, it's not a big deal. But so I'm going to do row 10. I'm going to stop at each row, okay, to see what it looks like. With row 10, I'm going to do single crochets all the way around, okay? And we should have 48 single crochets. So here we go. Whoa. To save video time, I'm not going to go all the way around with you guys, or my videos it'll be forever long. I'm trying to do this without having to stop and go. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'll meet you back here. 47, 48. All right. Next is row 11. We're going to do the same thing. I'm going to do 11 and 12. See how it looks? It's getting there. You know what? I'm going to do at least 5 more rows. So we'll do 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I'll see you back in 5 rows. However high you want to make it. I'm not sure, you know, I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to stop. Once I stuff this, that pointiness will be gone. It'll sit flat. It'll sit flat. So, all right. So I'll see you guys in about 5 rows. Row 15. This next row is row 11. So. Let me mark that. I'll see you guys back just before the end of row 11. Well, no, just before the end of row 15. And I'll check in with you guys and we'll see how high this chicken is. Because it was so long ago that I made it, I don't remember and I didn't write anything down, but you guys would be so proud of me. I am writing everything down that I'm doing. Yep. So. All right, I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'm about to give up on this tutorial. Yeah. Between this one and the rest of them. All right, I have completed round 15. I have 48 stitches. So these are my notes, you guys. This is the time. Ignore the time, just the stitches. And these are all single crochet in each stitch all the way around. So I'm at single crochet 15. This is my chicken. I think my chicken is too short. I want to do 5 more rounds, so we're going to go 16 to 20, row 16 through 20 single crochet in each stitch around will equal 48 stitches still. Ignore the time slots. That's for my notes to make the video. Okay, I'm back. So I have my chicken inside out. It looks like a hat, and I have slip stitched. Let me just show you again. I think I've already froged this back a couple times. I keep getting interrupted. Okay, so what you do is you just slip stitch across, and you don't want to do it too tight, but make sure it's not loose. The reason we're doing this right now is I had to start over because I had a gap. So I'm finally getting this out, and it's not your traditional, as I said earlier. It's not your typical tutorial, but I explain the best that I can how I make my chickens. And you can make your circles smaller and make them short, short and tall. You can make them long and wide. I mean, it depends on how many rounds you do or how tall. You stop increasing and just do like this one. I stopped doing increases right around here, and all of this is just single crochet in the round. And you'll see I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 7. Okay, I'm gonna make a neck here. So let me put my stitch marker on. All right, so I think I'm going to do 1 single crochet and then a decrease. 1 single crochet and then a decrease. One single crochet, then a decrease. I don't want to make it bigger, I just want to make it taller. 1 single crochet and then a decrease. 1 single crochet, a decrease. 1 single crochet and a decrease. 1 single crochet and a decrease, 1 single crochet and a decrease, it's a little bit taller. Wait, that's a decrease, huh? All right. This is decrease, 1 single crochet, decrease, 1 single crochet, decrease, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet. I'm just going to do 1 single crochet, and then I'm going to sew it. I'll sew this shut. So I'm going to put a little more stuffing in here. All right, so that's more round, like a head. And I got it stuffed really good. You can shape these, you know. All right, let me find my scissors. They're here in the bag. So you just sew the hole closed as neatly as possible. I was gonna put eyes, but I guess I'm gonna sew them. Okay. So far, so good. All right. I am going to, I guess, start the tail. There we go. So what I'm going to do is you slip stitch. And you attach your yarn to your project. Let's chain 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Then you're gonna just slip stitch in every stitch down that chain. And what I do is I make several of these until the tail is full. So this represents a feather, a fluffy feather. And you can make the longer, you can make them curly. I'm going to do several different sizes so you guys can see what I can do. I hope you can see what I'm doing. There we go. This didn't work. Trying to slip stitch. There we go. So, and then what I do is right next to that, I'll slip stitch. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't do them so tight. I don't know why I'm doing them so tight. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18. Okay, that's a long one, so I'm going to slip stitch. Okay, so now I'm going to slip stitch into the next stitch on her butt. And see how the feathers, and you can use any color, you know. You can add white to it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And just slip stitch down the chain. So, what you can see so far is, okay, I did a row here, and then I'm going to do a row. I'm probably going to do some up here to fill the top. So you can do as many as you want. I'm chaining 20 for most of them. And then when I get up top, I probably won't chain as many. I'll make them shorter so it's kind of layered. But you can do as many as you want. Okay. Working on this chicken's tail. You can slip stitch or you can single crochet. Let me back up a little bit. This one I did single crochet and it actually turned out curlier. So I'm chaining 20. So it's easier just to undo it and then redo it. But what I'm doing is I'm just slip stitching one side, chain, and then come all the way back down. Either slip stitch all the way down or single crochet all the way down. I slip stitch into the chicken's butt and then chain. And then come back down the chain either with a slip stitch or single crochet and then slip stitch into her butt. And I did it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. And then I'm gonna go on top. I'm gonna slip stitch, I don't know, probably about 4 times with a shorter one. See how it looks. However you want to do it, as full as you want to make it. So let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And a little thicker, so it might look like a feather, a little better. So I probably did this the last chicken and I just forgot. It's so hard to see with this brown, and it's hard to hold it, the chicken. Let's see, hold the chicken on my leg, yeah. And I'm just feeling my way through the stitches. It doesn't have to be perfect because you can't see it. All right, so I'm gonna go down this one one more time. All right, so now you see right here, I'm gonna slip stitch right here. And you see, actually I single crocheted it on. And then chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna go in here and do a chain, and then probably go in here and do a chain to even it out. Because I think that's pretty good. I think I'm doing pretty good. And I might do maybe 2 more on top of that if, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it looks like. Like I said, you can make it to however you want to make it. And then we can We can give it dreads on its head too. You know, there's chickens with fluffy heads. Instead of doing the red crescent, I can just do fluffy dreads, a yellow beak, and black eyes. I think that's what I'm going to do because I don't have any red yarn. So, yeah. So, I'll meet you back when I'm done with the tails. And actually, I'm probably going to do 4 dreads coming out of the head. Right on the very top. I'm going to slip stitch and probably do chain 10. I don't want to make them as long as the tail. I don't know. This is 15. I don't know, y'all. We'll see. I'll let you know before I do it. So, we'll be back. Well. Hello, beautiful. You're so nosy. She's like, oh, inquiring minds wants to know tonight. Everything. Inquiring minds wants to know, huh? You're so beautiful. It's time for you to go night-night. Hopefully. I just turned her in from outside. Alright. So I finished the tail and I did 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I did 4. So 2, 4, 6. I did 6, 20, and then I did 2, 4, 6, 8. I did 15, and then I did a couple. Only did like 12 chains. So I think it looks cute. I think it looks really cute. So now I'm going to do the same thing for the head. But before I do this, I'm going to go ahead and put the eyes on. I do the eyes and the beak. So. Okay, well, I didn't have my camera on, but anyways, I showed you guys how you slip stitch the yarn. I chained 20 for the long ones, and then I either slip stitched or single crocheted all the way back, and then slip stitched to the chicken, and then chained again, and just kept on until some chains I did 15, some were 20. But then I did the same thing with the head. I only did 4 for the head. My camera was not on. I cannot believe this. So anyways, I don't know what to do. I did the same thing, except I only chained 15 for the crazy feathers on the head. Now the eyes, I grabbed black yarn about this long, and I went from one side to the other, pulled the yarn through, went out, and the same, I counted 1 stitch, and I did it over here, and came out this side, pulled the yarn through, and went out the front again, and came out here and went out again. And I did that 2 times, and you guys have seen. And then I took the yarn, both strands, tied them tight, and then I ran them through the body and cut them. The mouth I did the same way. Here, this is what I'm going to do. I'm sorry, my camera was not on, and I can't remove the eyes. But I can kind of pretend I'm making eyes. Let me show you what I did. And I did the same thing with the mouth. You stitch, the camera shut off is what happened. Okay, pretend this is the eyes. So it's easy. You just go to the same side, pretty even. See? So yeah, pull through, and then you go, let's say one over, and then you want to go one over here. No, right. I'm not left-handed. Nope. There. One over there. Okay. So there's the eye on that side. And then what you do is put your yarn back on you and go back in here and go back out that eye again where you went in the first time. Okay. Pull through. Don't pull too hard. Okay. And see? You've got, oh, the eye went in. Hold on. I got to pull the eye out a little. See, when you pull too hard, that's what happens. But see, it's not tied in yet, so you can pull it out. And pull it out here. But see how I did that eye? Well, this eye. So then I thread it again. I went in and out like 3 times. So go back in that same eye and come out the other side again. And see how that eye looks, how much better it looks. So now you want to do that again. You want to go out that eye, and let's go. Okay, you're only going to go one more time, so let's pull it through here. Okay, see how nice it looks? So what I do is I see my hook, it's there and then there. So this yarn I'm going to run through that eye. There. So see that eye and see that eye? And then I just tie a knot and tuck it in. But that's how I made the eyes. I'm so sorry. It looks creepy. It's got 2 eyes. Ew. But it's going to take me a minute to get these out. So I got the eyeballs out. Now the mouth, let me show you how I did the mouth. It's kind of the same way. But I did 3 times, but you only have to do twice. But I, just go evenly and pull one side. And you just go round and round. Go back in that same hole. you know, and so you just, these darning needles from Hobie are so nice. They're aluminum. They look plastic, but they're aluminum, and they bend a little bit, but they have like a fishing line on the end. But see, and you can tighten it a little bit. So I should have made it a little bit longer, but anyways, and I would have done one more round, but since it's not long enough, and then pretend I did one more round, and you pull it through, you tie them, you knot it, and then you tuck it in. But yeah, that's how I did that. So you guys kind of have an idea how to hide your ends. So, but yeah, so there she is. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Y'all have a great day.